I sure will. Good morning, everybody. You're listening to The Voice. Come on, dig me now. One and only Steve Harvey got a radio show. Okay, here we go. Today, folks, this is a good one because today I want to share with you something that affects every living soul. And that one thing is your attitude. This affects everyone. It is your attitude. You know, I don't know if anyone's ever told you, but I mean, many of you who listen know this, but there are a lot of people who don't understand. A positive attitude can bring about a change. A positive attitude can bring about a change. Well, now here we go with the naysayers. Well, Steve, what you mean if I'm just positive being changed? My mama gone. What me being positive got to do with that? Okay, now listen to me carefully. A positive attitude can bring about change. Well, okay, Steve, I hear you saying that, but they done fired me. So now what does my having a positive attitude have to do with the fact that they fired me? Well, one more time. A positive attitude can bring about change. Well, Steve, I sat up in here and gave 8, 9, 12 years of my life to this man, and he cheated on me and walked out. Now, what does me being positive have to do with him cheating on me? How that's going to change that? Okay, here we go again. A positive attitude can bring about change. Now, listen to the whole thing now. The positive attitude and the change that can happen this is the start. It starts within you. See, life is 10% what happens, is 90% what you do about what happens. Okay, you gave 12 years of your life to this man. He cheated and left you holding the bag, the kids and everything. Now, what does being positive have to do with changing that? Or they came in and they fired you. You lost your job that you was a stellar performer at. But now how does you having a positive attitude, how does that change things for you? So far, we can use any example. Here's what happens. When you have a positive attitude, what it produces within you is a positive approach to life. And when you have a positive attitude and a positive approach to life, it causes you to be optimistic, to have a positive outlook, to expect things to eventually turn around and turn into a positive. That's very important because as the law of attraction comes into play, if you think positive thoughts, you attract positive things. If you think evil thoughts, you attract evil to you. You know, if you want for nothing, then nothing comes your way. If you want for positive attitude, if you want for positive results, if you want for a great outcome, that's what you attract to you. The change will begin within you. So let's take the man that walked out your life and left you holding the bag. Here's a positive attitude. Okay, 2 things have happened that's positive here. Number 1, you've ridded yourself of someone who is obviously going to be, if not already, been toxic in your life. Caused you many restless nights, a lot of uncomfortable feelings and uneasiness, not sure, insecurity. You've been going through it with this person, whoever they are. Number 1, that person has been released from your life. Number 2, it allows you now to have the someone who will treat you just the way you want to be treated. That's the positive outlook. That's the optimistic way. That's when you're a positive person, you see the positive in things that happen to you instead of burying yourself under the what's wrong with it, or oh, woe is me now concept. See, a positive attitude, when they came in there and they fired you and let you go, could this not have been just the opening you needed to finally start on a new career path that you've been talking about doing anyway? Could it possibly be a brand new chance for you to get the dream job or dream career of your choice? Could it not possibly be the perfect opportunity now for you to finally do something about that gift, about that talent that God gave you, that thing that you love to do. Could it not be the perfect time for you to pursue that? But if you don't have a positive attitude, then you lay there. Oh, they finna come get my house. Oh, what I'm going to do now? Oh, this unemployment ain't enough. Oh, Lord, when this unemployment run out, what am I going to do then? I won't have nothing. And you, oh, woe is me, until you become, oh, woe is me. But if you take it from the positive approach, some amazing things can happen in your life. I would tell you on a personal note that some of the best changes, some of the biggest moments in my life came after a loss. So I don't want to go down the list, but boy, I could tell you, let me tell you something. When they didn't want me on the radio anymore in L.A., when they was sick of the way I did radio out there, and they wanted me gone. And on May 23rd, 2005, when my deal was done with the Beat out in L.A., okay, look what happened though. Yeah, I was gone in May, but in September 19th, I started the Steve Harvey radio network with 4 cities. You see, but I didn't go, oh, woe is me. I said, oh, okay, God must have something else for me then. Because if he didn't remove me from this, there must be something else. Same thing can happen when you lose and you break up in a relationship. Same thing can happen to you. You never know the one God got for you. Now here you go. Here you go again. Now you get put into a situation where somebody treats you just the way you want to be treated, provide you with a whole lot of aspects of your life you knew nothing about prior to that. But you got to stay positive. If you stay positive, that positive attitude, that optimistic outlook, that always thinking, God got me no matter what happened to me. Some amazing things will happen in your life. It's a fact. I don't know how it works that way. I just know that's what it is. Positive attitude is everything, y'all. So get off the old woe is me negativity train, because it ain't going to take you nowhere but down. And get your outlook up. If you change your attitude, you change your altitude. Altitude is determined by your attitude. How high you go, how big you become, how far you go. It all depends on how you think. It all depends on what type of attitude you got. Ain't no very, very successful super negative people. It just doesn't coincide that way. If you see that, something happened to them along the way, and don't worry, you ain't got to worry about it, because you ain't going to see them long, because you can't stay up there like that. It's just too hard. All right? That's the conversation.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is upon us. The Steve Harvey Morning Show is now here. It means that God has allowed us to see another day. And for that, I'm grateful. My cup runneth over. It was funny, but the other day I was listening to a minister I'd never heard of, can't even pronounce his name. And man, the whole sermon was about my cup runneth over. And I've been saying it ever since. My cup runneth over. That really helped me. I'm going to get his name so I can say it. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get it on. It's here. Poppin' Jr., what's on your mind?
Today Ash Wednesday. Could you please share this Ash Wednesday story?
No, I don't want to do that, Junior.
You don't?
I don't want to do the Ash Wednesday story.
Go on.
I've always called it Ash Wednesday. Maybe so what else you got, Junior?
Okay, then. Let me just ask you this, then. There's a show on TV.
Ass. Put a K on it.
I did. I said ass. That's what I said.
Okay.
All right. There's a show on TV called Married at First Sight. I don't know if you've seen it. It come on tonight. This is where people who have never met each other just meet at the altar and get married.
Yeah.
Have you seen this show? And if you haven't seen it, you got to watch it, because what would you think if you get to the altar and your bride don't look like you want it? Are you
well,
going through
here's the deal. At first, I thought the title of the show was odd and a bit crazy. Mm-hmm. But I think every man living has seen a woman before that they wanted to marry right away.
Yeah.
Every man in here has seen a woman that they wanted to marry right away. Mm-hmm. But as life goes on, you learn that everything you see, or let me phrase it this way, all that glitters ain't gold.
Come on here now.
Man.
Let's revert to some things I've learned. Join in with me, Deacon.
Yes, sir.
Some things that I've had to learn over the years.
Yeah.
All that glitter ain't gold.
It don't shine. That's right.
No matter how fine a woman is, there's a man somewhere sick and tired of her ass.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is.
I've learned just because you can don't mean you should.
Yeah.
I've learned don't ask her to marry you if you ain't 1,000% sure. Don't ask nobody to marry you while you're performing a lustful act. Don't tell nobody you love them while you laying there having pilly talk.
Yes.
Yeah.
Beware of the signs of a dark future. I've had them all. Mad at first sight. It'll be the last damn bright day you see if you do.
Coming up next, the nephew and Run That Prank Back. Right after this.
Right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, it is time now for the nephew to run that prank back. What you got for us, Nep?
Shirley, the last break we just left church, Pastor. Now we're going to go to another pastor. This is repoing the church pews. Cat dog, we are in your command, all right? All mine like a frustrated pastor. You know what I'm saying? It shows stability.
Right.
You're going to have some problems, some setbacks, and some situations that you're going to go through. All right, all minds clear. Shirley, if you would.
All right, thank you, nephew. Coming up next, it is Ask the CLO, the Chief Love Officer, Steve Harvey, in the building, ready for your love questions right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Coming up at the top of the hour, one retailer is changing its minimum wage to $24 an hour in some areas. That's right.
What?
That's right.
Okay.
Uh-huh. And a new picture of rapper Big Sean leaked over the weekend and went viral. But right now, it is time to ask the CLO. Chief Love Officer Steve Harvey standing by.
Wow.
Claire in Toledo writes, my child's father is behind in child support, so I invited him over for a romantic evening. When things got hot and heavy, I told him he'd have to pay to play. He begged me all night to get undressed, and I wouldn't. Since that night, he won't return my calls. Did I go too far with trying to get my money?
That's your
How
tactic.
did you think that was a good idea?
That's your
Good.
tactic.
That's what
Please
you
enlighten
saw-
CLO.
That's the way to get some money? First of all, 3 things happened here. Blackmail and prostitution.
Wow.
Neither one of those work out, and most are illegal in most places. And now he won't return your phone calls. What? That was the dumbest. I've never heard that. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. You can get child support. Courts make sure of that. What?
Yeah.
Shirley, next question. I'm
So
at
she
a
went
loss.
too far. All right, Devin in
Too far?
Spartanburg says
That ain't too far. That's the wrong way.
Yeah, period. Devin in Spartanburg says, I'm a 28-year-old single woman and my mother lives with me temporarily because my father accused her of cheating. I think she really is cheating on him because she's on the phone all night and she disappears during the day. My dad is asking me to snitch on her, and what should I do in this situation?
Stay out of it. Stay out of it. Let your daddy figure it out for himself what he already know. That's why your mom over there living at your house, because your daddy know. You ain't got to snitch on nothing. He know. That's why your mama living at your house. They grown, but grown people do stuff like this sometimes. That ain't your business. You know, he wants you to snitch. You ain't got to snitch. Everybody know. He know, she know, you know. Everybody know. Now we know.
We on the show, we know.
Yeah. So just stay out of it. Should she continue to allow her mom to stay there? Because that's going to cause major problems too.
Well, you know, hard to put your mama out.
It is very hard.
Kind of hard. Ooh, that's a hard one. Mama, get out.
Reel it on in, mama.
Mama, go back to daddy,
No.
please.
Yeah.
All right, moving on to Barbara in Knoxville. Barbara writes, I'm a 60-something divorced female, and I went on a date with a man from church. He lost his keys in the restaurant, so he suggested we go home by Uber. He got an Uber for himself, but didn't take care of my ride. He found his keys and called me asking for another date. Does he deserve a second date?
Okay, Shirley, run this back by me. They went out. He lost his keys in the restaurant.
So
he called an Uber.
He suggested that they go home by Uber. He called an Uber for himself, but didn't take care of her ride. And
so how she get home?
I guess
She did
she
it
had
do
to
it on her own.
Yeah, she probably Ubered herself home.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That wasn't good.
No, and he doesn't.
Wait a minute. So, I'm assuming he picked her up.
Yeah, they went together, but while they
Oh.
were, he lost his keys in the restaurant, so
Well,
didn't have
he's
a ride
stupid.
home.
Yeah.
I don't know how he don't see that him losing the keys is his fault, because it is. You lost them, and you brought me here, and so you would be naturally expected to be responsible for my safety
For me getting
to and
home.
fro. And it seemed like, well, what he should have did was take the Uber to you, drop you off, get back in the Uber, and go home.
Go home.
It's one
makes
Uber.
so much sense.
That's how it's done. Not no, you go your way, I go mine.
See you tomorrow.
That's
But-
that's
He could have
ignorant.
ordered her an Uber and still.
But
he could have got two.
He could have ordered her an Uber. But the
Absolutely
decent
could have.
thing to do in your 60s, because I know you know this, take the woman home and drop her off and make sure she's safe, because you picked her up in that car.
Right.
Yes. Yeah.
Right.
So it's a one Uber deal, dog.
But
Tommy.
you don't need to be fooling with his ass no way. He losing
No
keys
second
already.
date.
We don't need to be fooling. He forgetful already. It's gonna get worse.
He irresponsible.
I agree. But this dude he missing on a lot of levels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He missing. all
Lose
the way
your
around.
key in the restaurant.
Man,
So now he's
Go on
60.
home.
He's 60. He got, well, no, y'all ain't gonna let no, just he's 60. Like Tommy say, he forgetful. I ain't saying what that is, but he forgetful.
Yeah.
Now after
So
a while he gonna drive off and ain't gonna remember where he stay. All that's coming. Then he gonna be just sitting up there in the restaurant and you just all of a sudden you hear water on the floor.
yep. There you
He
go.
gonna set up there and peed on himself.
Yeah.
It just I ain't finna sign up for all this here.
So she should break
Get
up
out
with
now.
one more date.
Yeah.
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 All right. Last one. Shelly in Ocala says, I'm pregnant by a guy that used to date my older sister. We've been sneaking around for a while, but the first time we had sex, this happened. I want to tell my sister, but she won't believe it or sympathize with me. I need her support if I'm going to have the baby. Should I tell her or should we tell her together? That's the question.
See it from the car.
Well,
This is terrible.
That's bad.
Yeah.
I would, based on what I know, especially if y'all are black, I suggest texting her. Let's text first. Then let's pull up in the front of her house. Don't go in that driveway. Pull up in the front of her house and roll the window down and ask her to come out and talk. And now watch her hands when she come out. You want to make sure you can see her hands. So when she come out the door to talk, if you can't see her hands, just pull off. Pull off. If you can't see her hands, pull off. Pull off, because I'm telling you right now. The other way you could do it is y'all could just invite her down to the church
Yeah.
and make the announcement in the pastor's office.
Yeah.
Don't stand up in that congregation and break that new cross that they just hung up there. You want to do it in the pastor's office. Do it in the church. Going to be a lot of furniture moving going on in there.
Yeah.
And, you
This
know,
is
and
bad.
then tell the baby that her aunt was really her mama. But and I'm now your mama, but was supposed to be your aunt. And your daddy is your Uncle Daddy.
Uncle Daddy.
Uncle Daddy.
CLO. All right. Coming up, entertainment news at the top of the hour. We'll be back right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
So now listen to what Target has done. Target has announced that it is raising its starting wage for workers in some positions to up to $24 an hour. This is at stores and distribution centers in places like New York City, where it's hardest to find and hire staff. All right. And the new starting wage is part of a company plan that also includes broader access to health care coverage for its workers. So Target cares.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That's
That is-
It
$24
really
an
is
hour.
$24
Oh.
an hour. Yeah.
That is not what minimum wage was when I was coming.
You need to
Woo.
put my application together. Go ahead. Tom.
$3.75.
That's the lowest minimum wage you remember?
That's where I started. Yeah.
Oh, man.
At the Gap.
I
In the
want to
mall.
thank y'all
used
for
to
going
work at the
before
Gap.
me then.
What, Junior?
I said, thank y'all for going before me because my minimum wage was $7.
Boy, see that right
You
there?
done killed yourself. Come get on this $1.35.
Whoa.
And I sure remember when it got bumped up to $1.65, $1.65.
Yeah.
I was here for the $2.15.
I made $2.35 plus tips as a waitress at a pizza
How much?
place.
You were a waitress?
$2.35. Waitress.
I
and a
cannot
hostess.
imagine your evil ass serving
I'm
food.
not evil. It worked
right now.
out.
If somebody say something to you, Carla,
I wish you would.
and you turn your
No.
head and you tilt your head like you.
No, I brought home a pizza every day. I had my tips. It was good. It was a lot of work though. I had to clean the bathrooms, break down the salad bar. It was a lot
I
of
used to
work.
clean up this dining facility in college. It was an upscale place for kids that had money. I worked in there from 12 midnight to 4 cleaning it up. One of the greatest hustles I've ever had in my whole life.
What made it so great? What
Why?
was the
Yeah,
hustle?
how was
I was
He was
stealing
taking
back
something.
then.
You was stealing food.
Yeah.
You was
Yeah.
stealing.
He was taking
So I was
some.
stealing steaks all winter long, and the way you knew I had steaks, I lived on the 8th floor. I hung the steaks outside in a Kent State book bag, plastic book bag, and I unrolled my window and I hung them out the window on the thing, and that's how you know I had steaks. I was selling steaks for $2. Yeah, everybody walk by, see that, look up and see that window bag hanging out the window, because it was cold as hell in the winter. So that was my freezer. So I just kept steaks in there and sold it for $2. So after the party, you know, I had my food. I had a restaurant I opened up after all the parties in my room. I had a double hot
Restaurant
plate.
in the
Yeah,
door.
restaurant.
In the door. In the door.
I was the only one who worked there. I took orders and cooked.
Uh-uh.
All right. We're moving on,
He the
guys.
chef and the waiter.
So I was everything. That was one of the greatest hustles I ever had.
All right, let's get to this Big Sean story because this is shutting down. He's shutting down a whole rumor after a picture of his eggplant was leaked to his close friends group on Instagram and made its way around social media over the weekend. This is what everybody was talking about.
Where
The
did he
photo
get it
allegedly-
from?
Huh?
See,
The eggplant.
What about it? What'd you say?
Where did he get it from?
are you serious right now?
You can't.
Are you really
not be
serious right now?
serious.
You are not. He cannot be.
So you don't know
Let me
what
finish the story and
eggplant
you'll understand what this
emoji
means. The photo allegedly has Big Sean's, again, eggplant alongside a 9.4-inch Nintendo Switch game. When the picture hit the Shade Room's Instagram page, Big Sean commented, "This is not me." But by that time, congratulatory comments to Big Sean and his girlfriend, Janae Aiko, were trending on Twitter. Big Sean maintains that he did not post the picture. Apparently, this was a big deal and explains why his name is Big Sean. So there you go. Now, are you getting what eggplant means?
Oh, my nickname was Big Daddy. I'm used to it.
This ain't nothing impressive for you.
Yeah, ain't nothing like
They don't have that
eggplant.
emoji, though, on
He
Instagram.
talking about Big Sean.
So was it him?
He's so cute.
He's
He
so
says
My emoji was a Thor hammer.
You know what?
really. So what would you do if a photo like that got leaked of you?
I really can't say because
I'm gonna deny it and say it ain't me. I'm not. I'm gonna deny.
well, my
First of all,
arm
you're
ain't
What? Hey.
my arm ain't long enough to get back take selfies. It's too much.
Anyway.
Just be a big black photo. I would have to have somebody take my photo because I tried taking a selfie one time, but it just too damn
selfie
close.
stick? You gotta get a
Nobody
selfie
could tell what it was. I need a selfie stick. Then I could take the picture.
Really?
Stupid.
Now, gotta get back off me. I'm just saying. I don't know all I'm saying. You got to get up off me.
Shout out to Detroit, Big Sean.
Big
Detroit.
Sean. Yeah.
Moving
Remember we
on.
saw him at the iHeart Music Festival. He was great on stage with his cute self. All right. Good news for TikTok users. We're all addicted to it, whether we make videos on TikTok or enjoy watching other people's videos. The spokesperson for the app has confirmed that TikTok now allows users to create videos up to 10 minutes long in hopes to unleash even more creative possibilities if you're a creative around the world. So there you go.
My
You've got
son-
10 minutes to do your thing now. 10
My
minutes.
son incredible with that. He know how to edit it, do everything. He got it
Wow.
down to.
Can you
my dog.
monetize TikTok?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those influencers
All right.
and those TikTok.
We got to go. Coming up at 20 minutes after the hour, it is our Wellness Wednesday segment with our special guest, A.D. Dolphin, right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Hey, everybody. Look, we all want to live a healthier lifestyle, and most of us, well, we got a few of those stubborn pounds that we want to lose. And we all would love to look and feel our absolute best. I know I do. But we start making excuses sometimes, and we end up putting it off. Well, folks, we've got a way for you to stop making excuses and getting it done. Joining us now is Mr. DHerbs.com, and he's going to tell us about the D-Herbs Full Body Cleanse. It's the only cleanse you will hear us talking about on this show. Please welcome my dear friend and brother, Mr. A. That damn D Dolphin.
Welcome.
Hey, how you
What's
doing,
up, brother?
Steve?
Welcome this morning, AD.
Hey, man.
I'm
love
doing
being
good,
here.
man. You been
My
all right?
Favorite show. My favorite show.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Shirley,
Yes, Steve.
let's get it started.
All right, AD, listen, there are thousands, and I do mean thousands, of great reviews of the D-Herbs Full Body Cleanse online. And these are from people whose lives have been changed since doing this cleanse. Is there one success story, AD, is there one success story in particular that stands out to you?
You know what? We just had a recent guy by the name of Rashid. It's funny because he came in the office straight from his doctor's office because he had just recently found out that he was pre-diabetic. His blood pressure was running real high, and he was about 35 pounds overweight. And he wanted to know what could he do to kind of get himself together. And we recommend the D-Herbs Full Body Cleanse. And within 20 days, he is no longer pre-diabetic. His blood pressure has returned to normal, and he's lost about 25 pounds. So it definitely has been a whole, complete do-over for him and his body.
Wow, that is a success.
Hey, can I tell you something?
Mm-hmm.
Now, I can tell you, man, that I've heard this from people before because what you eat can get that A1C number down.
Absolutely.
You got to get that number down, and you can do it with this. And I'll tell you something else. My favorite person was the woman that came on the Steve talk show. Because you know how on TV how you do makeovers?
Yeah.
before and after, and when they come around the corner after, it look just like the before.
You know what?
This woman came round that damn corner, and I could not believe her. That's the best one I done seen.
Yeah, absolutely.
We got,
Steve,
and hey, hang on one second, AD. We got more. We talking about this, so you can get yourself together by summer and get this D-Herbs full body cleanse in your life. We'll be right back, because I took up all the time talking my damn self. We'll be right back.
Right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're back, and our special guest this morning is our longtime friend, Mr. A.D. Dolphin, which is the owner of the world's leading online full body cleanse. It's called the D-Herbs Full Body Cleanse. Shirley?
Well, you know, AD, you've heard the saying, a family that prays together stays together. Well, all of us on this show like to cleanse together, okay? Meaning we've all done the D-Herbs Full Body Cleanse at the same time, and that's how we keep each other accountable. So I gotta ask you, do you see that a lot, like in groups and stuff? It's better to do it with someone, with a partner?
Absolutely. So we literally having offices of 25 or more people doing the cleanse at once. And I'm here to tell you, it's nothing like an accountability partner. Mm-hmm. They usually push you further than you would have gotten on your own. So it's actually a beautiful thing because you're getting healthier.
It's always good to do it with someone. Yeah, get that support. And you have to be accountable to someone.
Right.
Yeah. So
I would like to do it, Shirley, with someone just as fat or fatter. That's what I try to, so I'll be able to see my results quicker. I don't like doing it with thin people because it looks like they're winning all the time. Yeah, all that. Oh, you still on it? Yeah.
That's a good point, though. Thin people need to cleanse as well. So AD, D-Herbs has been around for over 15 years now, and you've sold over, get this number, 5 million formulas. So that begs the question, why has D-Herbs been so successful over the years?
It's really simple, Shirley. It works. I mean, you're talking about a product that's geared towards weight loss that's going to do exactly what it says it's going to do. Think about the benefits. We're talking about weight loss between 10 to 30 pounds, a huge boost in energy, stronger immune system, clearer skin. You'll be able to focus and concentrate a lot better. The D-Herbs Full Body Cleanse has been around for 15 years and has been changing lives for 15 years.
That's
beautiful. And you're right. It is unlike other cleanses. You can eat with it. You can eat your fresh fruits and your fresh vegetables. And, you know, I mean, so, and that's a complaint of a lot of people with other cleanses. They can't eat. They can't chew anything. So that's why this one is so special. And it's worked for all these years. It's unlike any other cleanse. That's all I can tell you. We've all been on it. We've all gained, you know, better health from it and lost the waste from it. So there you go, Steve Harvey Nation. You heard it here. If you want lasting weight loss, better health in 2022, you need to start by cleansing your body from the inside. The D-Herbs Full Body Cleanse will flush out those toxins that are dragging you down. They will have you looking and feeling better, having more energy than you have had in a very long time. Trust me, I've done it. D-Herbs will help you lose that toxic waste so you can lose that toxic weight. Go to dherbs.com right now. Get a nice discount at checkout. Only for our audience now by using promo code RADIO. That is the letter dherbs.com, promo code RADIO, or you can simply pick up the phone and call 866-4DHERBS. That's 866-4DHERBS. No more excuses. That's dherbs.com right now. AD, thank you always for getting us healthy.
He done cleaned me out of many days. He has cleaned me completely out.
And thank you for cleaning Tommy out the right way.
You guys have a wonderful morning.
All right, AD. And once again, thank you for cleaning Tommy out the right way, because Tommy will buy something off a shelf and from Amazon and just be up in here sick. So thank you, AD, for
For
saving
keeping
my
us
nephew.
healthy. Yeah, he
Yeah,
keeps
get
us
us
healthy.
on track the right
Yes, he does.
way.
Again, go to derbs.com right now. Get a nice discount at checkout. It's only for our audience. All you have to do is use the promo code radio, the letter D now, herbs.com, promo code radio, or call 866-4D-HERBS. That's 866, the number 4D-HERBS. All right, we can do this in 2022. And AD, thank
Cool.
you. You keep us on track. You keep us healthy.
Let's do it again. Y'all ready to do it
Yeah.
again together? Let's do
Yeah,
it again
let's
together.
do it before
can do
spring. I
that.
like it. A springtime cleanse.
Well, it's
All
March
right.
2nd now.
We'll have more of the Steve Harvey Morning Show coming up right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Coming up about 4 minutes after the hour, it's my strawberry letter for today. And the subject is, I'm here for a good time, not a long time. Okay? We'll get into that in just a bit. Wonder what that's all about. But right now, it is time for the nephew and the prank phone call for today. What you got for us, Neff?
You know, there are a lot of famous quotes that have gone down in the black community. There are some nice, famous quotes that we still use to this day. And this one right here, we still use it. Every one of us on this show has used this quote. The title is, Don't Let Them White Folk Get Your Ass Whooped.
Yeah, I said that yesterday. I
Yeah,
said that
we
yesterday.
said it yesterday, Junior.
all said it. Don't let them white folk get your ass whooped. Uncle Steve has said it. Junior has said it. Shirley, who you think don't curse, she said it. Trust me. And of course,
I've
Carla
used
Farrell
it in
has
past
said
tense.
In the past tense. What you
How?
Oh, I see you let them white folk get your ass whooped.
You let them.
Like a here it go. Let's go, cat dog. Don't let them white folk get your ass whooped.
Hello?
Hey, I'm trying to reach Terrell.
Yeah, it's Terrell. Who this?
Hey, Terrell, this is Drake. Hey, you work the day shift, right?
Yeah, I work at the day shift. I'm actually at work right now. What's going on? You need
All right,
something?
I'm on the night shift with Deshaun and Jamal. I'm on the night shift
I
with them.
don't know them, but is it something I can help you with, man? I'm at work, brother. What's going on?
Yeah, we got a problem. So listen, us on the night shift, we hearing that you supposed to be telling everybody that we ain't doing something right. Listen, when we get a load in at the dock, we check that load in, we file it like we supposed to file it, and then we take the forklift and put everything where it's supposed to be. That's what we
All right, brother,
do.
what they got to do with me, brother? I'm at work
Because
right now.
they saying that you saying that we ain't doing our job right on the night shift.
Who is they? You got the wrong person, brother. Who is they? For one, don't tell me what they said. Who said?
You Terrell, right?
Yeah, it's Terrell, but who is they? And I ain't say nothing like that. You got the wrong
Okay, so
person,
but let me go and clear it up like this here though. Don't let them white folks help you get your whooped. Here?
Yeah, my well, who gonna whoop my brother?
Dog, I'm telling you right now, if we get one more complaint about they talking about the night shift ain't doing something right, I'm gonna tell you right now, we coming up there to the day shift and you gonna get your ass whooped. You gonna let them white folks help you get your ass whooped,
What are you
man.
talking about, brother? For one, I ain't making any complaints. If you bring your black on down here, then you talking about whooping somebody. Come on down here. I'll put this forklift up your.
Hey, bro, you can do all this woofing you doing right now. You can do all this woofing. What I'm letting you know is one more complaint go down about somebody saying something about the night shift. I'm coming up there personally.
Bring your down here then, man. I ain't trying to hear all this bullshit. I'm at work right now. You calling me with this bullshit. I don't even know who you are. Talking about the night shift. Matter of fact, don't come down during the day shift. I'll wait for your to come to the night shift.
But you can do what you want to do.
I'll work a double and whip your and work that double.
Whatever you got to do. It don't matter to me, Terrell. It don't matter to me. All I'm saying is, you up there.
You shouldn't have told you leave. Don't call me with this bullshit.
Why you running your mouth? Why you running your mouth, folks? Why are you running your mouth to them white folks talking about we ain't doing our job on the night shift?
Nobody nothing. You better call somebody else. Don't call me with this bullshit now.
So what? Why your voice getting high? Cause you're lying.
Wait, thinking, what the you talking about? Who called me with this? Hey
man,
you working tonight?
Hey,
you working tonight?
Okay, I'm working tonight. I'm working tonight. You forget you
tonight. I'm gonna stay over. I'm gonna work a double just to whoop your ass.
Okay, well come get this double ass whooping then. Okay? Come get this double because we already done found out you the person running your mouth to them white folks talking about the night shift ain't do. Night shift ain't put this way it was supposed to go. Night shift ain't checked this order in right. Night shift. You blaming every.
Why don't you stop up and people will stop saying you messed up? Stop up and people won't complain on the day shift. It sounds
we messing up on the night shift. That's what I'm telling you, boy.
It sounds like you up. They probably need to fire your.
Okay, cool.
Ignorant.
You know what? How long before you get off, man? How long before you get off?
Oh, I ain't getting
How
off.
long before you get off?
I'm working a double. I'm getting paid to whoop your tonight. Come on in, boy.
All right,
Come
cool.
on, boy.
Cool. Let's say no more. So how your wife Cynthia doing?
What? How you know my wife, man?
How's she doing?
How the do you know my wife?
I'm asking you a question,
You
Terrell.
really cruising for a bruising. You really cruising for a bruising. How the you know my wife, man? Huh?
You want?
How you know my wife, huh?
I'm finna tell you. You want to know how I know your wife?
Yeah.
Do you want to know how I know your wife?
Yeah. How you know my wife?
Terrell, this is nephew Tommy from the Steve Harvey Morning Show. Your wife Cynthia got me to prank phone call you.
What? Steve Harvey Morning Show. What?
Terrell, slow down. This nephew Tommy from the Steve Harvey Morning Show. Your wife Cynthia.
Ooh, nephew Tommy, you almost got your ass whooped, boy. God, I was star 69 in the out this call. I was coming to whoop that boy. God, you damn near got me fired. The whole factory looking at me right now. God, I might have to kick your just for this if I get fired. Hey, this one nephew Tommy. Yeah, for the Steve Harvey Show. God, yeah, nephew Tommy talking to him right now.
Hey, Terrell, do me a favor, man. You got to tell me this, baby. It's 2020. What is the baddest, and I mean the baddest, radio show in the land?
The Steve Harvey Morning Show. Oh, man, y'all got me.
You're going to mess around.
Yeah.
And let them
But you know what I liked about him?
help you.
He invited you down immediately. There was no hesitation.
Ready, set,
Hey,
go.
man, I don't do stuff like that. None like that. Come on down here then.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, I'm going to work a double. I'm going to stay here.
They gonna
I'm
pay me to
getting
whoop
paid.
your behind.
Boy,
Yeah.
Hey.
You gonna get paid.
black dudes be on ready set,
I
man.
love how his voice went up about 4 octaves.
Yeah, it did.
Junior, I think he went higher than you, Junior.
Yeah.
You went up there.
Because now you on his nerve. You on his nerve right there.
I would love to hear Junior in the argument.
Oh.
I've heard
do you
him in
think
one
that'll go,
before.
Steve?
I've heard him in one before.
Hey,
I was in there.
man. Hey, man.
Boy, let me tell you something. It's funny.
We have
How high is
It's
his
like-
voice, Steve?
It's kind of like listening to Bugs Bunny
Bugs Bunny.
arguing with Daffy Duck and Yosemite Sam walk in and Foghorn Leghorn is trying to calm. I'll say, son, calm down. You know, that rooster be trying to talk to that junior boy.
Say him that what? He was there, man. Say, I swear to God, swear to God, swear to God. You don't know. You're close. I'm telling you right now, you're close. This ain't what you want. That's right. Say it again, you're going to get it. Say it again, you're going to get it.
You better listen to my voice.
I got it for you. Hold on, man, take my jacket off. I'm going to take my jacket off.
Wow, Junior.
What you got?
I love it.
Man, I don't really believe you with my ass.
I heard Junior say that.
I don't really believe you with my ass. I don't believe it.
Let me say this.
March 19th, I'm coming to Beaumont, Texas. Well, we all be in Beaumont then. I tell you what, we all just be down there in Beaumont. Beaumont ain't gonna get their ass whooped you now. The whole city.
Listen, coming Coming up, Strawberry Letter. The subject is, I'm here for a good time, not a long time. We'll get into it right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
It is time now for today's Strawberry Letter. And if you need advice on relationships, on work, sex, parenting, and more, please submit your Strawberry Letter to steveharveyfm.com. All you have to do is click Submit Strawberry Letter. We could receive your letter and read it live on the air, just like we're going to read this one right here, right now. And you never know. This one could be yours. Although
You never know. So, buckle up and hold on tight. We got it for you. Here it is, the Strawberry Letter.
Thank you, nephew. Subject, I'm here for a good time, not a long time, okay? Dear Steve and Shirley, I've been married for almost 15 years, and when I met my husband, I was 26 and he was 37. He was more like a father figure to me back then, because I grew up in a house full of women that were headstrong and didn't need a man for anything. I was determined to be different, so the first real man that offered me a dream life, I jumped at the opportunity. The fairy tale was real for the first 3 years. Reality set in, and I started to have children, and he started stepping out on me. I used to follow him and act a fool on him with my twins in the back seat. Then it all stopped when he got an incurable infection and had to tell me to go get tested. Thank heavens I was not affected or infected by his nastiness. That was almost 5 years ago, and that's the last time he touched me. We've been coexisting in this marriage since then. We sleep in the same bedroom, but all of his belongings are in the guest room, and he shares a bathroom with our twins. They haven't heard us argue in years, so I hope they're having a happy childhood. The sacrifice was wearing on me, and I needed some good sex and attention from a man, so I got a boyfriend 2 years ago. He's married too, but he's ready to get a divorce. He is not as complacent as I am, and he's pressuring me to leave my home and be happy with him. I have to remind him that we're together for a good time, not a long time. He said I'm wasting my life, and my kids are aware of our dysfunctional marriage. I know all of the cliches, like the grass isn't greener on the other side, but I've had a great time on the other side, and the grass was nice. Would I be selfish to leave my marriage and enjoy my life with my new man? Well, I just got to say that here we go again. You know, you didn't ask us our opinions 2 years ago when you decided to get this boyfriend or when you were in this loveless, crazy marriage. But now you're asking, should you leave your husband for him? I have to tell you, this is not a game. You are still married and you do have kids. So why didn't you leave your husband when he first started cheating on you, or when he brought home that incurable infection that you called it? I mean, that was the time to pick up and get out. I mean, now your so-called boyfriend, who is still married, I might add, who is pressuring you to leave your husband. I mean, for what? This arrangement has been working for you guys for years, which in and of itself is crazy. But I say, if you're going to leave, please don't do it for this boyfriend. I mean, leave your husband and your marriage because it's run its course, or because you don't love your husband anymore and you want out. Those are the reasons, you know, you would leave, because he's been cheating on you, because he brought home an incurable infection to you, not because your boyfriend is pressuring you. And you got to think about it. Like your husband, your new man is also a cheater, and chances are he will cheat on you too. Remember, he's cheating with you right now. So in other words, you're not even leaving your husband for something better. This is just a different type cheating situation. You need to think this one through a lot more before you make any major decisions. I do know your marriage isn't working, but you need to think about this before you make any major moves like you're thinking about. Steve?
Let me start my letter by laughing. I have a totally different perspective here. I'm going to share it with you and why I feel this way. I'm not here for a good time. I'm here for a good time, not a long time. Well, lady, you wrote this letter and this is your title, but I think you need to rethink all this here. I really, really do. Because I've got to, let's just deal with the facts. You've been married for almost 15 years. You was 26, your husband was 27. That's 11 years older than you. So right now, at 15 years, that makes your husband 52, and that makes her 41. Correct? Or do I have that right?
Yeah, I think you have it right. Yeah,
41, 52. That's right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You grown now. He was more like a father figure to you back then. He knew more than you. You grew up in a house of headstrong women and all that, didn't act like they didn't need a man, and you wanted to be different. So the first real man you met that offered you a dream life, you jumped at the opportunity. And Lord have mercy, the fairy tale was born. Oh, here it is, Cinderella. You know, the slipper. Snow White. Rapunzel. All of them. Humpty Dumpty. You know, Mary had a little lamb. Fairy tale. Nita Baker. One of my favorite songs. Fairy tale. Lord have mercy. The piano solo in that, if you got time, look up Nita Baker's Fairy Tale, one of my favorite Nita Baker songs, and listen to the long version with that piano solo in it. Lord have mercy. It's worth a listen. Soul teacher Steve Harvey just took a moment to share that with you. Then reality set in. I started to have children, and he started stepping out on me. Used to follow him and act a fool with the twins in the back seat. It all stopped when he got an incurable infection and had to tell me to go get tested. This is where we must stop.
Yeah, hang on.
At the incurable infection.
Ew.
Ooh,
Hang on.
you my ass.
Part 2 of Steve's response is coming up at 23 minutes after the hour. The subject for today's Strawberry Letter, I'm here for a good time, not a long time. We'll get back into it right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, Steve, come on. Let's recap today's Strawberry Letter. The subject, I'm here for a good time, not a long time.
I'm going to do a recap, but it's going to be a quick one. 26-year-old girl marries a 37-year-old man who's more like a father figure. She grew up in a house full of women, and they were all headstrong, and she was determined to have a different life. The first real man came along, treated her good. She jumped at the opportunity, and it was a fairy tale marriage. It all worked out just fine. It was going great up until 3 years, and then she had babies, and then she had twins, and then he started cheating on her, stepping out. She used to follow him with them twins in the back seat and act a fool. It all stopped, and this is where we stopped at this letter last time. It all stopped when he got an incurable infection and had to tell me to go get tested. Thank heavens I was not affected or infected by his nastiness. That was 5 years ago, and that was the last time he touched me. Hallelujah. This is where the letter took the turn that I needed it to. Once you come home and you tell me I got to go get tested, once you say that, all bets is off. Once you come in that damn house and you tell me that I got to go get tested, and I know what you're talking about, all bets is off. But now you done brought your ass in here with the one thing that they ain't got no damn cure for. What? Now you done told me this? I really don't know what my reaction gonna be, but let's thank God that times are changing with this. That people have opportunity to live long, healthy lives now. So let's thank God for that, right?
Thank you, Lord.
So appreciate that. But now, that's the last time he touched you. I know good and hell well it is. Because if I go down here, I get tested, and I'm clear, clean, that's God's grace in my life. What you not touch me. I hear the way I'm shocked at. That was almost 5 years ago. That's the last time he touched me. We've been coexisting in this marriage. That's not going to happen. This is over with because you finna take your nasty ass somewhere else. We've been coexisting in this marriage since then. We sleep in the same bedroom. What? Didn't you tell me I had to go get tested? Why are you and I sleeping in the same bedroom? For what? You better not, your toe better not hit the back of my leg. This how disconnected we are.
Yeah.
Your hand can't scrape across my back. Nothing. All his belongings are in the guest room, and he shares a bathroom with our twins. They haven't heard us argue in years, so I hope they're having a happy childhood. Well, they probably are. The sacrifice was wearing on me, and here's the part where I agree with. I needed some good sex and attention from a man. Well, I don't agree with that part, but I do agree with it. I needed some good sex and attention. I agree with that 100%. So I got a boyfriend 2 years ago. He's married too, but he's ready to get a divorce. Now, I understand what happened here. You in a bad situation, you still have feelings, and so you stepped out. I understand that. And you stepped out with a married man, which leads me to something that somebody told me one time.
What, Steve?
He said, fair exchange ain't no robbery. I'm taking something that belonged to somebody else, and you giving me something that belonged to somebody else. That exchange is not a robbery.
Okay.
So now this man is ready to get a divorce, and he's not complacent as I am, and he's pressuring me to leave my home and be happy with him. I have to remind him that we're together for a good time, not a long time. Well, what is your plan, though?
Yeah.
You're not having a relationship with your husband who came in and gave you an incurable disease, and this is the one you're having a relationship with. He said, I'm wasting my life, and my kids are aware of our dysfunctional marriage. They probably are. I know all the cliches like the grass isn't greener on the other side. Well, that's not true. The grass is greener wherever you watering it. You watering the other side of the fence. So it is greener over there because that's where you're watering it. Y'all ain't got no water in y'all marriage. He already down there sharing the bathroom with the twins. Daddy, you stink. You know, stuff like that getting said up the hallway, so you know what I'm saying. But I've had a great time on the other side, and the grass was nice because that's where you watering it. Would I be selfish to leave my marriage and enjoy my life with my new man? What's selfish in it? You have an incurable disease that a man gave you 5 years ago. Y'all have no relationship whatsoever. Y'all don't argue because he can't believe you letting him stay there. You have a chance at happiness. I personally would take that chance. I'd jump on it. I'd take a shot at happiness. I'd at least get, I'd get my husband. I don't see why not with that guy.
Because he's still married, Steve.
That he wants a divorce.
All right, we got to go. Please
That's
leave
why
us
me and you do the strawberry letter, so people can see both sides.
The
That's
difference,
exactly
yes.
why we do the strawberry letter.
Let him leave, and then, okay.
You don't tell me what my answer is.
Please leave us your comments on today's letter on Instagram and Steve Harvey FM, and check out the Strawberry Letter podcast on demand. Up next, it is Junior and Sports Talk right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, it is time now for Junior and Sports Talk. What you got, Junior?
All right, Shirley, before I do that, though, let me just remind everybody in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, we're coming to the Texas State Theater. April 1st, April Fool's Comedy Jam. My man Earthquake, Bill Bellamy, Bruce, Ryan Davis, and Shantae Wayans, man. We're going to be in the building on April Fool's Comedy Show. Get your tickets at Ticketmaster.com. All right, with that being said, a little HBCU sports news. South Carolina State's women's basketball coach. Have you heard about this? Audra Smith was fired last Thursday, a day after she sued the school in a federal court alleging Title IX violations and discriminatory practices at the university. Now, Smith has led the women's team for the last 4 years. Okay, when she was dismissed, she filed a suit asking for a response to the Freedom of Information Act request in January, seeking documentation that South Carolina State gave more resources to the male athletes, coaches, and teams than its women's programs, players, and coaches. So that is, she's also saying that she's alleged that she was paid $30,000 less than the South Carolina State's men's basketball coach when she was hired. Throughout her tenure, Smith has said that she was provided fewer resources than the men's program at the historically black college. So visiting men's teams changed in the women's locker room,
And then the suit said that while opponents for the women's games were not permitted to use the men's locker room at the arena. So that's what she's suing for.
All that's true. I believe this is 100%. Now, here's the deal now. Once you sue the school, you cannot work here. You do know that.
Well, that would be a problem.
That's normally immediately right after.
Yeah, that right after you sue us, you know you ain't working here no more. So
You're
I
not
don't know.
going. Yeah, what she thought.
Can't be no shocker here. But do I agree with the sister? I think so.
Absolutely.
Because that's the problem with women's soccer. That's the problems with women's sports all the way around. And the way they judge it is you get paid less, you have less attendance, there's less facilities. The facilities for the women are different. It's different. There's a huge disparity when it comes to the way they treat female athletes versus male athletes. And that has to be corrected because at the bottom line, they are athletes.
Absolutely.
And so why should you be treated less?
Absolutely.
But let me tell you something. Them girls in there, man, they balling. And I would bet money. I had a high school kid talking to me, man, our team will crush them girls. No, you won't.
Oh, no.
No, you won't.
No.
Oh, no, you won't.
No.
Oh, no, you
You
won't.
won't, buddy.
They gonna hand you your ass, boy.
They can ball.
Y'all
baby.
can out-leap them, but they running real plays. They got real sets.
Yeah.
They gonna do something to y'all. Y'all
Say no.
go out there with them pro girls, you finna get your feelings hurt because they threes is legit.
They can shoot. They can
Them
shoot.
girls.
They can
Boy,
ball.
you gonna mess around and
They
get your
read
ass in
up.
bed. Gonna get your ankles broke too. I done seen they got handles.
Yes. Well, we behind you, Audrey.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Junior. Coming up at the top of the hour. Okay, Steve, the nephew has some questions for you. He wants to ask you a couple of things. We'll get into that right after
Oh,
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
this. All right, so Tommy, I mentioned earlier you wanted to ask your uncle something here. You got some
Well,
questions
this
for you?
question, Shirley, this question is for Uncle Steve, but it's also for everybody, all right? We know what time it is. If you had to give up something for Lent, if that is something that you practiced, what would you be giving up this year? What would you be giving up if you had to give up something for Lent?
I've never done it before because I don't really understand what giving up for Lent means. But if I gave up something for Lent, I would give up the Lent roller and just Lent have its way.
Yeah. You
What?
just not.
I'll
He
stop
said,
picking
this
it.
fool said the lint
I'll
roller
stop
and
picking
let
it
the
off
lint.
my clothes.
Yeah,
I would
you
just
gonna
let
get
the
that
lint
up?
have its way. I'm gonna give up the lint roller for 40 days. No more
Yeah.
lint roller for me because
Yeah.
it's lint.
40 days before Easter. Steve.
But you know what? I've never known what that was. Is that for Catholics?
It's for Christians. Yeah.
yeah.
I did it when I was little. Yeah. We used to do it, give up stuff.
That's for advanced Christianity.
The last thing I gave up was sugar.
Advanced?
Yeah, I think that's for because I just do entry level Christianity. I'm not at that point.
But you're going to give up the lint roller,
The
though?
lint
roller. The lint roller.
L-I-N-T.
That's brilliant. And let lint have his way, though.
And just then that way, I can participate. That's something I can do, and and complete, and just let lint have its way. Next question.
Junior?
Yeah. I thought about this, Tommy. I'm going to give it up now. I'm already doing it, so it's already been given up. But I'm giving up kissing. I mean, I'm in here by myself already. Ain't nobody to kiss. Might as well for another 40 days not kissing nobody now. So I'm already actually in Lent.
I can't get out of it.
Well, I'm already here every day.
Kiss
I
my
don't go
wife
nowhere.
every day. I better not let a day go by. I don't kiss this girl.
Well, you married, huh? See, I'm here by myself.
Dead married too.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm already not kissing now. So
I leave
what's
the
this
house.
gonna
I got to go all the way back upstairs to kiss her when I leave. You leaving, Steve? Yeah, baby. I'll talk to you later. You forgetting something?
hurt? Oh man, you got to go back up there.
Those words
No,
are definitely
no, for that walk is.
Yeah.
Shirley?
Probably sugar.
Giving up for Lent.
again. Probably sugar.
So you just not gonna eat then?
No, I can eat stuff without sugar.
All right. Carl, I'm coming your way. What we giving up for Lent? If you had to give up something for Lent, what would it be?
Maybe no alcohol. But
Okay.
then that won't work because yesterday was Fat Tuesday, and then I had a swamp thing.
That's
from
sugar.
Mardi Gras.
Had
Right
a
back
swamp
in there.
thing.
Hurricane Daiquiri type
Wow.
yesterday. So come back to me. I'm a figure.
Come back to you.
I'm gonna figure it out.
What you
I'ma
think,
figure
Tommy?
it
What you
out.
think?
What you gonna do, Tommy? Yeah.
You know, Bob, I'm going to give up wearing drawers for that many days. You know, just feel
For 40 days.
40 days of no drawers. I think I'm going to be a lot more comfortable. I ain't done it. Just Commando, Geronimo,
never
whatever
done
they
that
call it.
before?
Yeah.
I'm not going to be able to do that.
Oh, man.
Why not?
I'm not going to be able to do that. I'm just going, too many people around me are going to be uncomfortable. It's just, I don't want y'all to be that uncomfortable.
You can wear pants.
Oh, I'm going to wear pants. I wear pants every day.
But I mean, you say you don't want us to be uncomfortable.
Right.
No,
We're
not
got
gonna
to
know.
have some
Waist
drawers.
up on Zoom.
You
Ain't
not
nobody going to
know
know you ain't got
Excuse
your
me.
drawers on.
Who,
It's just
who
you.
ain't
That's
gonna
your
know?
secret.
Who not going to know?
We're not gonna know if you're wearing underwear.
If I don't have no drawers on, the secret is out.
You know, you're going to quit acting like you this Mandingo warrior or something. Man, quit all that.
I ain't got, I tell you right now, I got drawers on.
You know that much.
Well, thank you.
That's
Tommy,
for damn sure.
I'm going to also give up cooking since you said sugar was boring. I'll give up
Oh,
cooking.
man.
How's that?
Something
Well,
you already
Well, you about to make Nesto cry.
But tears of joy.
Sheer joy.
I'm going to give up cooking.
This is Nesto's
All right,
reaction
listen.
when you say, Nesto, I'm going to give up cooking. This is what he going to do, Shirley.
What?
Cover his mouth.
Put his hands on his face. All right, listen. We'll be back with more of the Steve Harvey Morning Show. Talk about millions at 20 minutes after, right after this. $10 million.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
What would you do if you won $10 million twice? What? Twice. Okay. Just 3 years after winning a $10 million lottery, Juan Hernandez of Uniondale, New York, has done it again. He purchased his latest lottery ticket at a Stop and Shop in Hempstead, New York, and he cashed out his $10 million ticket for $6.51 million. Hernandez issued a statement saying that he's still trying to spend the first $10 million that he won back in 2019. So he's won two now. Yeah.
Wow.
Do he need help?
Wow.
Who does
Let me
that?
ask you a question. One at a time. Shirley, if you had $20 million cash, non-taxable, would you quit this job?
Probably, yes. I'd spend more time with my family, my grandkids, my daughter, all that. Yes. Yes, I would.
Carla,
Yes.
I'm out.
it's just a matter of what time,
Yeah.
as soon as it hit the bank.
Yes, I'm done. Thank you.
Junior,
Thank
$20
you.
million, you
Clears.
leaving the job.
With a new hairline.
Wow.
Junior.
Stunting with a new hairline. Damn. Tommy,
I'm calling them white folks on the way down there. Well, I'm going to get the money. I'm calling that I ain't coming back up in here.
Yeah.
That'd be a yes.
All right.
You?
no,
You
I'm
staying?
work tomorrow. Yeah.
What?
You'll
20
be
million
working
is not enough for you?
to
Yeah.
quit.
What else do you want? What do you want?
All right, we got to go. We'll be back
what is it you
to
want?
play a round of Would You Rather right after this.
He'd rather come to work. That's what the hell. He'd rather do.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, time now, guys, for Would You Rather. Here we go. Would you rather be the ugliest person in the room, or would you rather,
Even Junior, they, hey, go ahead.
or would you rather be the least funny person in the room?
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go, Tommy.
I'm going to be
You like
ugly.
that.
I'm going to be ugly.
Come on over here.
I ain't never
already
got
over
over here with y'all.
You
I ain't
already over here.
never
That's
got
what
over
I
here with
thought. You've been over here. The only confusion is in your mind. Now, what you want to be, A or B? Ugliest person in the room or the least funniest person in the room?
I'ma
What
be
you
A,
want to
Pop.
be?
I'm
Said
going to be
B at
A.
first.
That's not an option.
Okay. All right. I think we're clear on that one. Would you rather have dinner with your ex or live in a tiny
B.
house?
All up in that kind of.
Did you say B, Steve?
B, in a
In
tiny house on the corner of the roof of
Yes.
the tiny house with that point.
you-
The only thing I got to sit on.
Yeah.
Put
right.
me in there and shut the door.
What about you, Junior?
I sit in a tiny house
all
with
in
no
there.
windows.
Yep.
We're all in the tiny house.
You're all in the tiny house. All right.
We'll go to tiny jail, Shirley. Let's do it.
With some little tiny handcuffs on.
Shirley, I live in a tiny, tiny house.
Double tiny.
Little bitty house. All right. Would you rather take cold showers for 3 months, or would you rather connect your phone in the car? You know, when you're with your significant other.
Finna be shriveled up every day, looking like a prune. All day, I'm prune, baby.
I'm gonna connect my phone. Yeah, I ain't up to nothing. I'm good. I ain't up to nothing.
Oh, I can connect it, but I'd rather shrivel up.
You sound crazy, Tom.
What's on your
You
phone?
sound crazy.
What's going to be on your phone?
Hey, dog, but I'm gonna tell you, bro, I got some partners that call where I go, dog, I'm on the speaker in the car with my girl. I have to tell him that.
Yeah, you have to.
Immediately.
I got some partners where I have to say that to. I have to say that to.
All right,
And
last
it be them
one.
random thoughts. Go ahead, sure.
Would you guys rather a 16-hour road trip in an RV or a 4-hour flight on Spirit Airlines?
I gotta get my boxing
I'm gonna
game
see the
before I get
sights on that RV. We're gonna get on this road.
For 16
Yeah, I'm gonna
hours?
get in that RV. Yeah, for 16 hours.
But
Yeah.
you're
We
only,
stopping
on,
at truck stops, all that.
Cool,
we having
all
fun.
you're only on Spirit for 4 hours.
That's
I don't care.
suicidal.
fight. You gotta fight for 5.
Spirit.
We getting pork skins.
You know
and
who
everything.
else on that plane? No, that's the problem with Spirit. It's the other customers.
Yeah.
It's 4 hours of that, especially me sitting back there. I'm telling you what, the funny thing I seen on Family Feud.
We'll be back with the last break of the day, and at 49 minutes after the hour, of course, Steve Harvey will have some closing remarks for us right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Here we are, last break of the day, guys, on this hump day. And it's been a good day. Thanks to AD Dolphin for stopping by, keeping us healthy with D-Herbs, as always. And Steve, you have some closing for us this fine Wednesday hump day, sir?
No, I don't. No, I don't, Shirley. I don't have any closing remarks today.
What?
I was wondering about that on the commercial break, and I didn't come up with anything. I was trying to find out something that I could be inspirational to people, but sometimes let me just go at it this way. I need to inspire myself some. And so what I've decided, here's something I can share with you. I was on Sunday, I was thumbing through the channels. I was up and I was listening to a Bishop Jake's sermon on Computer Sunday. And then I listened to a Joel Osteen. And I was thumbing through the TV, and I ran up into a pastor that I've never seen before. A white guy, had on jeans. The church is in Georgia somewhere. And saw a guy in the audience with a baseball hat on. It was one of those types of. And he had an interesting name. I don't remember it. But his sermon was about my cup runneth over. I'm going to get this guy's name because this guy, I really, really liked him. I'd never heard of him, never seen him. I just stopped through it. And he was preaching about my cup runneth over. And I just felt like he was talking directly to me. But as he got to talking, I found that he was talking to so many people. Because, I think when you think of your cup runneth over, you think yourself of having too many things. And I think when you think of your life in terms of things, you miss the blessing of what your life is actually full of. If you are a person who has loved ones around you often, that's a blessing. If you're a person who has your health in check, that's a blessing. If you are a person who has enough to eat and there's extra in the refrigerator, that's a blessing. If you're a person who, when you get your check, you have enough to make a stop at a fast food place or buy yourself a game or watch a movie or go shopping, that's a blessing. But you got to quit comparing your cup to other people's cup. See, Oprah's cup is huge. Your cup may not be that big, but your cup can still overrunneth if you look at life the right way. Your cup runneth over. If you have hope for tomorrow, your cup is full. Do you know that there are people who have written their life off as hopeless and taken their life the fact that you've never considered that, the fact that you have a chance for tomorrow, your cup is full, man. It really is. If you have food in your cabinet, your cup is full. If you have anything that you can be grateful for, if you can find yourself to be grateful for something, your cup is full. Your cup runneth over. See, I thought he was just talking to me for a minute because my cup runneth over. I'm really full, man. I really, really am. But as I listened to him carefully, I saw more people in that congregation raising their hand and starting to clap. And then he made the obvious statement that summed it up. He said, you ain't got to be rich for your cup to runneth over. That sealed the deal. And that's what had everybody's attention, because we have a tendency to think that it's all just about economics or money or extra money, but it's extra love, it's extra relationships, it's extra time, it's extra feelings, it's extra friendships, it's extra everything, man. That's what that means. And I was just caught up in this sermon, man, and when I get this guy's name, I'm going to share it with you, but man, and it also, when you wake up and you say, my cup runneth over, it sends such a feeling of gratitude through your body that it makes you feel better. Y'all, instead of looking at what you don't have, think of the things that you do have. Let's say you're on the market for a house and you stay in an apartment right now, or you just want a bigger apartment than one you have. Can you remember the other one, though? Can you remember the one you had before that? I know you want a new car, but let me ask you something. Can you remember the time when you really wanted the one you had? Because the one you had before that wasn't as good as this one. Remember that? Can you remember that? Can you remember when you didn't have any children? And now the one you have, as difficult as child rearing can be, did you look at the blessing that walks past you every day? Can you realize, ladies, that you made that human being? You did that. If it wasn't for you, that person does not exist. You did that. That's major, man. That's major that you're a mother. That's major. Fellas, the fact that you can provide for your family and come in there and secure them a place to stay, food to eat, TVs to watch. They talking on phones. Brothers, that's major. You've accomplished something. You a man. You're not only taking care of yourself, you're taking care of yourself and everybody you're responsible for. Your cup runneth over. You full. You doing a full-time man-sized job. Your cup runneth over. I don't care who you are. If you look at it the right way, I bet you your cup runneth over. Start being grateful for what you have. Stop looking at what you don't have. That's my closing remark today. And if you didn't like that one, I don't know what to tell you. We'll try again tomorrow. Because we'll be here, Lord willing. We'll just try another one tomorrow. Have a great day. Talk God. Love to hear from you.